have the 10 people joining come up? Yay. Yay. And we had 3. Kent and Melanie joined last week, and so did Tyler Galloway. So we're having just a lovely season of joining. Okay, and I've got this in my head in a certain order because this is a lot, and how I'm trying to stay on script. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go Joel, Ann and Chris, and then the Stauffer Plumber gang, and then I'm going to do Cassie, and then Aaron. Okay, because I'm kind of trying to get this to go in a certain way. So Joel, you come over here. Joel. We'll start with Joel because Joel's been around for a minute. I know. Yeah. Can you get us on the camera? Do you see Joel? Okay, you got Joel? Because we want all our Zoom people to be able to see. So Joel showed up a few years ago, and in his words, just finally got around to officially joining. But he was born in Zaire, which is now the Democratic Republic of Congo. His parents were missionaries, but came here when he was 3, so doesn't quite remember a lot of that. But I think it has certainly set you on a journey of building relationships. He went to Chiapas with our church some years ago, kind of building a solidarity movement there, and owns Flagship Books in KCK in Strawberry Hill with his brother, and they do all kinds of really creative, cool things. And he's also a realtor, and he's also now helping with our tech team, which we really appreciate, and is part of the young adult group. So we are super thankful to have you with us, and I really appreciate Joel's calm, steady spirit. Sometimes the other day he was over here, this is when it was not a lot of tech people here, and he's just getting new, and I said, this is like 10:18, 10:20. I was like, how it's going? He's like, we don't have any sound. I'm like, okay. So anyway, so it's good to have people like you. We need people like you. We need people like me, but we need more people like that. Okay, so then I'm going to bring Ann and Chris because there's kind of a thread here between this and this. But Ann and Chris showed up a few years ago. I can still remember. I have memories of people when they come in. I remember she was looking at the song sheet like this is all there is. Maybe not, but I'm joking. But it's a pretty simple thing here. This is no, we have a big long worship bulletin. We just going to print it today. But anyhow, came here at Jody Garbison's suggestion, which that kind of goes back to in the scripture of Abraham and Sarah. It's not, there's one word about where they're going, Canaan, but there's all these sentences about who they went with, right? That's really what's important on your journey. So Jody told her to come, and then Chris, in his own words, came on the coattails. They were involved at Central Methodist, and then when it became a part of the core conglomerate, they were like, yeah, no. So here, we're not the part of that conglomerate. So anyway, we're super thankful for all that. And Chris, like Joel, was born as a missionary kid. His dad was ELCA Lutheran pastor and was in Tokyo and was there until he was like 3-ish, but Kansas City's really home. And went to pharmacy school at UMKC, got his first internship at Children's Mercy in '84, and has been a pharmacist there ever since. So 42 years of serving mainly kids with cancer and doing all that, and that just institution's been so rich to him. And grew up in Kansas in a Presbyterian church with the church her family went to, grandparents, and taught Sunday school and did all the church things, and was able to then kind of transition to a life of real service. And now teaches a lot of refugees, I guess, too, at Literacy KC, and folks who've been here, and then volunteers at Cherith Brook. And between them, 21 years of marriage, they've got 4 kids between them, and 4 grandkids that keep them busy. And sometimes we get to have the grandkids here. But again, so thankful, means so much to have you here with us. All right, now let's see. Are they on the screen? Are you seeing these people? Should we move Lauren and Aaron and Julian in August, which again, still remember, one person can slip in and out, but 4 people can't slip in and out here, especially when the 2 of the people are little and, in their own words, kind of keep a lot of activity running around. So we're super thankful to have Julian here, who's 6, and August, who's 3, and they love to spend time with their mom and dad doing things like hiking and eating ice cream and gardening and all that. And they came here about a year and a half ago, 2 years, something like that, from Nashville. They met at the Kairos Center in New York City. Both have a theological background, and which is a center that really works on religion and rights and ending poverty, especially being led by the poor. So kind of works with the Poor People's Campaign and that kind of thing. But anyhow, came here after years being in Nashville. Lauren's family in Oklahoma, Aaron's family in Kansas, so to be closer to them. And both, again, Lauren is a therapist, and I keep telling her that's a dying industry. Nobody needs a therapist. I'm joking. And it's a marriage and family therapist at Prairie Sky Counseling Center, which is at Village Presbyterian. So kind of brings her pastoral care background too with therapy. And then Aaron, was teaching at Vanderbilt before they moved here, and is now he's an associate presbytery for congregational vitality at Heartland Presbytery, which means he's trying to vitalize congregations and help them be involved in justice. And he just got a position at St. Paul School of Theology as professor of social ethics and community leadership. And I have to just say, there's no professor positions anymore, right, Alex? Like at tenure. So we're so excited for you all. That's just such a great gift, and it means so much. So we're so delighted to have you all here, and so thankful that you took a chance with our whatever it is. Anyway, okay, Cassie, come up here. So Cassie Ford, I've known for a minute because she came to St. Andrew years ago, where I was the founding pastor after Hurricane Katrina, kind of looking for a faith community that was really speaking to the moment, and got involved. I did her wedding with her husband, Bo, in 2008, and sadly we lost him in December. But they were at a Lutheran church farther south, and then kind of showed up here, stayed connected, of course, with Susie, like everybody. Speaking of who you travel with, if Susie's there, we're going, right? We're all there. But she's an audiologist, so if you have some hearing issues, talk to her, right? Or your mother has hearing issues, talk to her. But loves to sing, and she's singing with our McGee Street Singers, and is involved with her 3 step grandkids who are young adults, and step what did I say? Step kids, sorry about that. Step kids are like 28, 30. I know, but anyway, so we're super, super thankful that you're here, and hope it will continue to be a place of healing and joy and service for you. Oh, and she's also, she went to TCU, so she's got that. She grew up in a disciple church, so we've got some Horned Frog connections. Speaking of Erin, was it your great aunt who was administrator? Your aunt to the chancellor at TCU, so she noticed my TCU thing but anyway, I mentioned, of course, talked about Erin during the sermon. Erin is, she's a geriatrician. I thought it was a gerontologist, but geriatrician, works with old people. I am one now, and out there at Overland Park Hospital, but also is, does research and clinical education and that kind of thing. And, as I mentioned, kind of came and found peace through good neighbors like the Holmes and internet sleuthing, and also found her husband. I don't know if how you found him, but we're super thankful. I imagine that neighbors I imagine internet sleuthing had something to do with that. Yeah. But Sean Huntsman, so we're super delighted to see you, and they live over like on Carnes, kind of, again, right near the Holmes. But we hope this will be a place where, you'll continue to see and feel your faith moving and kicking. Every time we go to the rally and all that, and you see all the same people, right? So we're super thankful, and for all of you, because people said the same things of how much, being in a church that's active and committed means to them. So, okay, Michaela. I forgot, I almost left Michaela out. I knew I was going to be emotional, and that's the reason, is because Michaela might not live here forever, which I cannot even take. I'm trying to make sure I didn't leave really big things out that you all asked me to mention. So Michaela and her fiance Ty are here. They came a few years ago. Ty was with the NAIA and now is the assistant athletic director at Park, and Michaela, near and dear to my heart, institution of Planned Parenthood. But anyhow, Michaela did what a lot of other people have done, is she came in 2022, she didn't know anybody, came from Oregon, and Googled Progressive UCC Church, and here we were. So grew up in a home where she was active in church. Her stepmom's a UCC pastor, and was looking for a place where she would find community and care. And I've got to just read this, because she said, what she found here exceeded every expectation. From the pastoral staff to the Sunday morning welcome, it felt like home. So such a gift. And she's become a vital part of Peace Church. She also works on the social media team and does our slides and our posts during the week, and is active in the young adult group too. And so they're kind of thinking about being closer to family on the West Coast. Could your family not just move here from the West Coast?
They're on.
They're on. Well, it is beautiful here. If you take away the politics of Missouri and Kansas, there is no problem at all. It is a whole lot cheaper. Is it not a whole lot cheaper? It's a whole lot cheaper. Yeah, we're not talking a $6 million bungalow here, right? You can anyway. So that's another option. But they're thinking again about their marriage and starting a family, and so, but we know that you'll remain connected to us no matter what, or we'll just come visit you anyhow. But yeah. So anyway, what a great gift. And again, I know that was a lot, but I didn't want to rush through it because people are important and who we are. And so after church, you'll be able to stay and visit and learn a little bit more. And we'll put the stuff in Peace News too. But this means when I was ordained, my pastor who ordained me said, most people never have a day like this in their life. And that's how I feel about this. And that's why I think I'm so emotional. It's just such an incredible gift to have you all. So thank you so much. And welcome. Yay. Okay, you can go sit down. Oh, we got to have you sign the book. Sorry about that. We're not used to having this many people join. Okay, so you know the gig. You sign the book, you say your name, and we say peace to you. Okay, we'll just go in that same order. So everybody on Zoom, you got to say.
Joel Melgren.
Peace to you, Joel.
Ann Clockhouse.
Peace to you, Anne.
Chris Clogger.
Peace to you, Chris. Yeah, you should sign it. I think August should sign it. Where's August? Whoever signed it like a few weeks ago, I was like, I cannot even read that. It's like my handwriting. Peace to you, Lauren. Peace to you, Julian. Peace to you, August. Peace to you, Aaron. Sorry about that.
Cassie.
Peace to you, Cassie.
Aaron.
Peace to you, Aaron.
Michaela.
Peace to you, Michaela. Yay. Yay. Thank you. Thanks.